Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
That's right. Who's atop the NFC North standings again on a 3-game winning streak? God, the Vikings were close to winning that game, but somehow they fell apart. That ginger Jesus they thought they had in Carson Wentz. Whoops. Didn't work. But let's get to these comments real quick. Good afternoon for Fruity Fred. What's up, my brother? From another mother. Michael Huck, happy Victory Monday. Raise your hand if your team's in first place. Yes, sir. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud. Yes, sir. That's what the lyrics say. I like it. I sing them. Yeah, I know. I love it. Defense dominated this game. There was a lot of offensive mistakes. There's a lot of things we need to clean up on that side of the ball. We need to clean up in the secondary. What's up, Brent? Good to see you, brother. Victory Monday, a 24-point convincing win. And I stayed up last night to watch a tie. And our first moderator of the channel. Good afternoon, kneecap suit slippers. Hit that like and copy the link if you don't send it. Supposed to help grow the channel. Yes, brother. Thank you. Steve Bauer, what's up, JB? We're back on top and staying there 100%. We're riding a high and we're heading into a Bengals team that don't have a QB. Whew! That's hot garbage there. And no defense and no QB, that's not a good combination. And they have to go to Denver tonight. But Hutch had 2 sacks, should have been 3, and 2 forced fumbles instead of 1. But we'll take it. We had an interception by DJ Reed, and the bad news about Reed, it's a grade 2 hammy strain, looking like he may be out up to 4 weeks or more. Dwayne Keene, what's up, my brother? First off, I want to say yesterday we had a tragedy happen yesterday morning here in the Genesee County area in Grand Blanc. The Church of Latter-day Saints, there was a shooting and then a firebombing, and it was awful. Looked like 9 hurt. Oh, wait, let me get to that. What do I think about them trading Cam Robinson? They must hate Ohio State quarterbacks as much as we do here in Michigan. Yes. Our defense is dominating. Yes. Hey, Dwayne. So my thoughts and prayers go out to the Grand Blanc community, to the families that lost loved ones, to the people that are hurt. I hope they heal soon. I hope those families heal their hearts soon. Was that an air ball? The longest throw almost out of bounds you ever saw. Holy cow. I almost made the trip from Kalamazoo to pick that up. Yeah, the craziest throw I saw last night was Dak Prescott on his back foot in overtime time to hit Jalen Tolbert as he was going out of bounds, and he managed to toe tap it in. Uh, DJ Reed, he may be out up to 4 weeks. He may be hitting the at least 4 weeks. He may be hitting the IR. Kerryon Arnold had a shoulder stinger. He's okay. I was born and raised in Flint, Burton, live in Saginaw for 11 years now. So if you know any of those families there in the Grand Blanc area, check on them. Make sure they're okay. Awful tragedy. The guy was an Iraqi war vet, from what I understand, and he was shot down as well, most deservedly so. But you can't. Everybody else was minor stuff that they were able to come back from. The biggest scare we had was when nope, it's a grade 2 hammy strain. Does not require surgery, but he will be out sometime and more than likely hitting the IR, which will free up another roster spot. Who do we get? I don't know. I'm not going to speculate we're making trades. I'm not going to speculate who we're signing. I mean, shit, Stephen Gilmore is still out there as a free agent. He didn't hit his retirement paperwork yet. I'd take a shot at that. I don't think NFL games should end in a tie. Like we should do like what college do. Yes, he did. He got the wind knocked out of him. He talked about it. Yes. Jared Goff didn't have his best day. He could not connect with JMO on a consistent basis. Now, granted, JMO, he did hit him in the hands twice. One was so awful it was an interception, short by 15 to 20 yards. And then he did hit him 3 times, though. And it was enough to help the team. And it didn't hurt the team at the same time. I mean, the pick happened, but what? They scored 10 points. I'm not going to nitpick it. Terry and Arnold had a bad penalty to begin with. Branch had another bad penalty that cost a fumble recovery, no less. I almost messaged you several times about the. Yeah, I know. He just doesn't have the arm strength to hit him in stride. That's why when he does connect, JMO's always slowing down, it seems like. Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, that's being nitpicky. And what did I say about the runs to the outside with Gibbs? I said this Friday with Bistrilla right here. He expected it to be another Monty game, and I said, I don't know, because it could be Gibbs on the outside, because that's where they give up their runs. I wasn't happy about those deep balls. All credit to Brown's pass rush. You can't rush those deep balls when you don't have time to set it up. But you know what? Taking those deep shots is what opened up the undernuts. Yes, sir, Paul Jones. We got Paul Jones in the building. 34-10. Thank you, Brent. It's good to see you again, Harpazo. And look at that. We're on a 3-game win streak. New coordinators. What's going to be the answer on that? Week 1, we were all like, oh my God, it's horrible. It's awful. It looks like the Anthony Lynn ran offense and everything else. I heard it all. I seen it all through the comments. Then week 2 happened. Then week 3 happened. And now week 4. We scored 52. We scored 38. And we scored 34. I don't know. That's pretty damn good. Yes. F P. There you go. Just for you, Brent. Yes, and no sacks through 3 games. And that was the number one defense going into that game. I did not expect us to score 30 points. I'm going to tell you that. But I think the 2 field goals and the Leaf Raymond touchdown helped me get there. And you know what I'm going to do to end the show today? It's the same thing I do every show. We won. So what do we get at the end of the game? At the end of the show on Victory Monday? We get Gridiron Heroes, brothers. That's what happens here. That's what we do. We saw in the 9:30 game that the Vikings basically shit the bed versus the Steelers. Chicago ekes out a win on a blocked field goal. Yes, sir. What up, though, Motown Mitch? Good to see you, brother. Yep, but you know what? That's nitpicking, though. At this point, it's nitpicking. We could have had more. Yeah, we could have hit another 50 burger if those wouldn't have been dropped. I hear it. How about them Cowboys? Hey, you know what? They did the right stop at the right time, left no time on the clock. It was either go for the tie or go for the win. And Matt LaFleur chose to bitch out. Dang near dang near everyone on the next huddle show loves me so much. They are really gonna love me today. Yes, Goff and Amon Ra do have great chemistry. I don't care what anybody says. In my opinion, a tie is a loss unless it comes down to where you have the same amount of wins at the end of the season. But yes, if you ain't first, you're last. But here's my thing. What if both of us have 12 wins at the end or 10 wins at the end of the season, leading the North, and Green Bay gets it because they have the I said all year, I think the home teams were going to win every game in the North. I've said this, and I just feel like we're all that tough. Patty Grimes, good to see you. My heartfelt prayers go out to the Grand Blanc community after what happened in Grand Blanc yesterday. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you weren't a part of it. Thank God. But I think you're in Traverse City right now, if I remember right. So what do you guys think about that, Jack? Kicking the tires on somebody like Stephon Gilmore, a savvy vet. He's more of a zone corner at this point in his career than he is a man coverage guy. But we do run a good percentage of zone out there. And we blitz. We blitz a lot. And real blitzes too. 5, 6, 7 guys blitzing. I love it. The number one rushing defense gave up over 100 yards to us. Ricky Sika. That's right. The Lions flexed again. Um, Amazing performance. My game balls, DJ Reed for the interception. Hutch, the 2 sacks. It was a great game. Matter of fact, let me get some more stats for us. Why not? I think our leading tackler again was Mr. Jack Campbell. Yes, 7 tackles and 3 assisted. Alex Anzalone got in the sack party. Hutchinson had 2 sacks, so that was 3 sacks we got, which puts us at 14 on the season. Oh my goodness, I'm quite sure that was very scary, my friend. We're going to sweep the Vikings and Bears and beat Green Bay. I don't know. Bears are getting into a step right now. They won 2 in a row. Dan Campbell said that was a product of his coordinators. What was that again? I can't hear the haters anymore. I hear you, brother. What did I say? Week 1 overreactions. I wasn't going to do it, and I didn't do it. I just said we can't come out that flat anymore because week 1, it looked like there was no communication on the O line, no communication in the secondary, no communication on the D line. Uh, we came out flatter than Travis Kelsey's fiance. Hell, I got bigger boobs than she does. Just ask Orlando. He loves it when I'm here. Kirby Joseph with an interception. Branch had 3 tackles, 2 assisted. Barnes had 2 tackles and 4 assisted. Barnes was playing like a man possessed yesterday. DJ Reader had a couple of tackles. You know who I don't see on the list? Talik Williams. Do you know why? Because he was eating up blockers so everybody else could. And that's what he's supposed to do. On the kick returns, it was good not to see Grant Stewart out there. Trevor Nowoski had an assisted tackle. Tyrone Lacey had a big assisted tackle. Jake Bates, 58 yards, no problem. I know. I hear you. Goff had a decent game. It just wasn't great. There wasn't a lot of yardage, but we knew that this team had a good defense. If this team stays healthy on offense, they could be better than last year's. Also check out Chicago trying to. I heard, I saw, I saw the replay. It had me laughing. Jared Goff was 16 of 27 for 168 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 1 pick. And the 1 pick was an awful pick. Jahmyr Gibbs, 15 carries, 91 yards, 6.1 average. He made some mistakes, but he did good too. Yeah, I hear you, Bill T. Until we play one of those other high-powered offenses, I'd agree with you. But we get to the high-powered offenses that match up against us, that's going to be scary. But yes, that was 4 hours of my life I can't get back either. But I watched it because it was thrilling. They had 6 lead changes in the second half. It was 13-2 at one point because of the return of the blocked field goal. It was crazy. Or the blocked extra point. 6.1 average against that D line is saying something. Yes, sir. Monty did not have a good game. And I said that what might happen because that defensive line was good enough to stop Monty through the middle. He had 9 carries for 12 yards. Jacob Sailors had 2 carries for 11 yards. 2 catches for Jamison Williams, 40 yards. 7 catches for Amon Ra and 2 touchdowns with 70 yards. I fell asleep at 13-2, woke up 37. I'm like, wait, I'm still asleep. Yeah, it ended in a tie, 40-40. Packers should be ashamed of themselves tying with the worst Cowboys D line. I hear you. I saw a Packers fan comment last night that tying with the Cowboys is like kissing your inbred cousin. Like, holy shit, he went there. Now think about this: the Browns had two more passing yards net than what the Lions had. The Lions had 109 yards rushing to their 79. We averaged 4.9 per plays to their 3.8. Both teams had 16 first downs. The difference was third down. Our third down defense held them on 11 of their first downs. Oh, wait, JB, I have breaking news. FD. For the second time today, brother. I hear you. I gave one for Harpazo. I got it for you too. Congrats to your Patriots dominating. It looked like it was going to be the Panthers show again when they came out 7-0. Next thing I know, you guys went 42 unanswered points. Great job. We were 0 for 1 on fourth down. They were 1 for 1. They had 65 offensive plays and had more time of possession. Although Cowboys offensive line, especially Prescott Pickens and Javonte Williams, yes, they had great games. I was actually impressed with what I saw out of them. They had 6 penalties for 44 yards. We had 6 for 35. They had a fumble loss. They had 2 interceptions thrown. We had one. We won the turnover battle. A +2 differential. I'll take it. 2.5 minutes separated the time of possession in this game. Bulls Gold Packers still clinging to their Week 1 championship. Yeah, we were told there was no way the Lions would score 30 against this defense. We were told there was no way we'd rush for over 100 yards against this defense. All of that proved false. Uh, we were told that Jared Goff wouldn't be upright. Nope, they had 0 sacks. They had we had 3 on them. They had none on us. They punted the ball 7 times. That one play by George Pickens caught over his head while going backwards. Yes. Hutchinson had a monster game. He's back better than ever. Yes, sir. Yeah, Lions are terrible according to some. Hey, Joseph Austin, it's good to see you, brother. How are things up at the lake? The Lions did well, I see. Yes. Who's the girl in your picture, Bill T? Yep, the Cam Robinson was traded from the Texans to the Cleveland Browns on September 25th for a swap of late round picks in the 2027 draft. Oh, yeah, I love Brittany Force. I couldn't see her. What do you think St. Brown has to do to get in the Hall of Fame? I think he's putting up that type of numbers. I think he will get in the Hall of Fame. If we end up with a Super Bowl with St. Brown on the team, first 2 weeks, you got to give it to them because they scored 27 in back-to-back weeks. They beat us 27-13, then they beat the Commanders 27-13. But that doesn't look as big now that the lowly Commanders are 1-3, does it? So Cam Robinson is getting bounced around like Josh Rosen because don't forget the Jaguars traded him to Minnesota last year. They didn't sign him, and he goes to Houston. In midseason, they trade him to the Browns to try and protect Flacco. Yes, Malik Neighbors tore his ACL. He's out for the season. Horrible news for that young man. He was on his way to a fine season. Hmm, just horrible. On offense, my guys that were the key players of the game, and I'm giving it to three of them, but one of the three is five people. The offensive line, no sacks, opening holes, getting Jameer Gibbs free. Uh, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameer Gibbs. Gibbs is my number one. Amon-Ra is my two. And the offensive line is my three. I got to give it to them. They did it again. 3 weeks in a row, not a sack let in. We haven't given up a sack since week one. Listen to that again. Haven't given up a sack since week one. Decker's been playing out of his mind while dealing with this shoulder injury where he doesn't practice all week, comes in and does his damn job. I was hoping they weren't. And I'll tell you why, because it makes that loss sting more to me. So your current standings before I sing Gridiron Heroes. In last place at 2-2. Now Bears. And above them at 2-2. They got skull fucked by the Squealers. At 2-1-1, but they lost to the Browns and couldn't beat the Cowboys. They had to tie with them. FB. And in first place, still Kings of the North, they had dethroned us. 3-1. The Detroit motherfucking line. Coming out of Flint. Where the water shit, but the tires are good. Yep, we do have to clean up the penalties on both sides of the ball. Dan Campbell addressed that, and I completely agreed with him. He goes, that was a dominant defense performance, but we got to be cleaner in our operations on both sides of the ball. We gave up yardage and first downs when we didn't need to. Gave up yardage on offense and gave up first downs on defense with the penalties. I think there was a couple of holding. There was one PI. It is what it is. But you know what it's time for? It's time to hear that song again. Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield. When the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Rock, 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 go hard, win this game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! Have a great day, everybody. Tomorrow we'll do the top PFF on offense and defense. This has been Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. It was my pleasure to talk with all of you. Have a blessed day.
Turn it up, it's that time again. Jeremy B. Lions, he's your best friend. Every weekday, Evan, you know the vibe. He's shouting one ride with that rockin' drive. Rolling up the scene, light up that fire. Jeremy's in the booth, taking us higher. With a grin and a laugh, he's got the crowd in a blaze. Smoking out the haters in a rock star haze. The stories that inspire and riffs that will ignite. When one pride echoes, everything feels right. Jeremy B. lives every day at 11. Yelling 1P ride like we're in rock heaven.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.